Hi all, welcome back. Now in this section, we'll see like how to uh, code the Quickstart application to connect via Microsoft Azure Active Directory and see like how it is identifying or validating the Microsoft identity based on the credentials we are passing in the Microsoft Outlook login. So this is what we have created app registration for the sample app, and we have downloaded the sample, and this is what the flow we have explained in the previous video. So this is what the website we are browsing from the browser, and this will send a redirect request to the browser will prompt with Microsoft Outlook login, and when we enter the credentials, then it is validating Microsoft identity platform, and then it is sending access token plus the redirect URL. So and after that, browser will contact to the personal app with access token. So this is what the code we have in the no startup.cs file, and this is how it is creating a policy with authorization filter, and this is where it is adding Microsoft Identity UI, and this is where the configure authorization and authentication bit here. So we'll just add authentication and authorization bit in the startup.cs, and then finally, so we need to update the client ID and the primary domain name of your app registration bit. Let's quickly get into the downloaded folder. This is what the downloaded folder we have downloaded. Then just open this downloaded project, and when you just open this, so it is going to open in Visual Studio 2022, and if you just open this, I think so we have a couple of files here, and we only looking at specifically the startup and program CSS. These are the main files where the program is going to start. And if you look at the startup CS, this is what the policy is added, and Microsoft identity is added. So in the configure method, so it is going to call HTTPS redirection or static files, and it's all depends on development environment. So it will call developer exception page if it is development, and then it is what the authorization authentication bit we must have in the startup CS. And this is what the endpoint, which actually get into this once the authentication part is done. And in program.cs, so we generally have main function where it calls create host builder method, and this method is going to call use a startup. This is what a startup method is going to start. Now let's open this app settings.json, so where we have to specify the domain name, so where your application is registered, and Azure tenant. So let's go back to your Azure portal, and this is overview, and now you will get the primary domain name from here. This is what the domain name. Just update this with this primary domain name, and going back, yep, and this tenant ID and other stuff was automatically updated. If you look at here, this is the tenant ID, and this was automatically updated. If you look at here, this is what the tenant ID we have in the portal, and the stuff fields, I think you can leave as it is. And you go back to the views and this shared login partial, and you will see here once the user identity is authenticated, then we're showing hello the user identity name, and if not, we'll just show a message like sign in. So if it is valid, it's showing a identity name as well as sign out, and if it is not invalid, it just say sign in. Okay, I think everything is ready now, and just run this app, see like how it is launch your app. Uh, yeah, it is running on 44321. That is what the address we have mentioned it in the registration part. If you look at notice that this is redirecting to Microsoft Outlook login page here, and instead of opening your page, it is redirected to login page, since it is showing this Microsoft identity login. So here we need to give a permissions, because it has to load the profile of app registration Azure directory, and complete user profile has to be loaded, and then you have to say some accept here. And before this, we need to create we need to get the user stuff from this tenant, so that you will log into that particular user. And right now I think we have two users here, and in this tenant I have this user. Just to go to this user and get the identity here, copy this, and password we have to get that. Just click on reset password, and we have not mentioned any password. I think you can reset your password here. It will give you the default password very fast. This is what the default password, and you take that password anyway. Let me go back to my application again here, and it is running now. So say accept, then it will prompt you the credentials window. It's already logged in it, so I'm just sign out. Now I wanted to log in with a different IP or same one. We are signing out. Now I'm just sign in, and now I'm going with the user another account. I'm just giving this account and click on next. I'll go back to this and take my password here, copy this password, paste it, sign in. It will ask for you the reset password. This is what the current password is. Give new password. I'm giving a password here, sign in, so that it will log in into your Microsoft identity, and it's validate, and it will send you the access token for this user profile. And you can see something stuff going on the network toolbar, even if you wanted to see that. And then accept, so that it will now load that particular user profile. This is what the user profile. Now it is valid, and so it is sending that domain name here. And what can we see that user trust? So where you will see all the stuff here. And this is what sign in. What do you see? Localhost. This is the negotiation request, and here you will see a access token along with this, and redirect URL, and the other information you can observe here, and connect. In this you'll see a token. This is what the token it is sending along with your URL. This is what the token they're sending from the Microsoft Azure, and with this token it will contact to web server. Then this web server will directly opens the required stuff. This is what behind the scene is happening. So that's it. This is how we have to redirect to the Outlook identity, Microsoft identity, and validate your identity credentials, and then navigate back to your application. Okay. So I hope you understand how to register and how to configure your application with the app settings, and then how to add this particular stuff to get to display that Outlook credential screen, and then validating of the credentials via Microsoft Identity Platform. So thanks for listening this video, and please subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.